fathers have to understand that solving problems physically or being irate is not the way. So we're going to talk about some pro-social behavior as it pertains to domestic violence. So we're going to have some real dialogue on different levels of domestic violence, from power and control to talk about equality and things that really affect children and men and families. So domestic violence is a sticky thing because there's different things that we bring into the table that we may not consider domestic violence. But join us as we explore what domestic violence looks like. Join us. Wow. The next form of domestic violence is called minimizing, denying, and blaming. That means if I do perpetuate the abuse, I'm going to minimize it. In other words, girl, you know I ain't hit you that hard.
Wow.
You know I ain't push you that hard. You know, and blaming, like, you know, the only reason why I did that because you always doing this, making me do this to you.
Yeah, see what you made me do to you.
See what you made me do.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, you shouldn't have walked up on me, baby. I was just trying to go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
You were standing. I was trying to go around you.
Yeah. You know, every time you go around your friends or you come home late, you make me feel like
you
did something. And that's the only reason why I put my hands on. But you know I ain't even hit you that hard. You know I just pushed you and you fell back like that.
Wow.
Sure, you know. Yeah, so you're gonna minimize
it. Swole up, go to work. You know.
So what you're doing, you're really shifting the responsibility.
Wow.
You're shifting responsibility of the abuse. Yeah. Because you did this, you made me do this to you.
Wow. That is man,
So, minimizing, denying, and blaming. Minimizing, denying, and blaming. Wow. I didn't do much. It wasn't abuse. And I'm blaming you because you caused me to do it. See, if you would have never did that, girl, you remember we were happy. We had just had a good time. And then you went on and did this. And you made me. And before you know it, I done hit you because if you wouldn't have did that, you wouldn't have got hit. You see what you keep doing to me?
Wow.
That's crazy.
So the next form of domestic violence is using the children, right? Let's say you have a non-custodial relationship. You know, you don't live in a home with your girlfriend or your wife, and you're divorced or what have you. Using the children to harass and to send messages.
Wow.
As a form. In other words, you got visitation. You see little Junior, instead of just spending time with little Junior, who's your mama talking to?
Wow.
Where she was Saturday? What's she doing? Next time somebody come over there,
call me and let me know.
Or tell your mama, you know, she better not be talking to another man. Using the children.
So can this happen as well with family members? Not just with your spouse, but there's abuse even between family members, brothers and sisters.
Absolutely.
You know, with the parents, like there's abuse there too.
Absolutely. And you can make her feel guilty concerning the kids. See, since me and you broke up, you're the reason why we broke up, and these kids are sad because you did this. Not realizing that maybe she left because you was being verbal or physically abusive, but you're gonna use the kids as a weapon or as leverage.
That's where I was going with it. It sounded to me like you use the kids, like you were saying, as a weapon, like you're in some type of war. And I don't think that person or whoever's doing that realizes the effect that will have on that child. Now that child gonna love both parents regardless.
But making them choose.
But making them choose between them, that's gonna make that child miserable as well. But like, okay, how do I make that decision between mom and dad?
Because if I love mom, then I'm betraying dad.
Right.
If I love dad, I'm betraying mom.
Right.
So I wonder, because, you know, oftentimes people use this thing where I love my child, I love my children, but how deep does that love go when you're trying to turn your child against the other parent? Like,
well, Jack, is it love or is it selfishness?
Because I was going to even take this route, even with that. Like you say, non-custodial. You may have some mothers saying so much bad about dad, but I look at dad as my hero.
Right.
But now it's all of a sudden I don't want to do this, so then it's like less visitation. I can't pick my child up, I can't get him, and now this guy's coming back around. He's picking up anger over time.
That's good. That's good.
And it's like, eventually that's going to come to a head. Then you have also some father who, I'm going to get back at her. When the child is with me, I'll let them do whatever. Or when you go back, and especially like, let's say she's moved on.
And you talk bad about the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to listen to him. I'll buy you this phone. Here you go. Do what you want with it.
Or it's to add on what you said. What was coming to my mind is that, let's say Michelle has moved on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as long as we had a relationship, I would come see the child every week because I was looking for the package deal.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm spending time with my child,
Right.
but I get
And
to spend time with
you
mom
as well.
But the relationship is over between me and Michelle. I stopped coming by to pick Junior up because Michelle is not talking to Tom. So now I'm making the child suffer because me and the child's mom don't have anything going on. So now I've lost interest. Oh, I love my son. I get him when I can. No, you were getting him more when you had a relationship with the mom.
Right.
But now the relationship is severed with the mom. You're making the child suffer by not keeping your promise, not coming to his games, not picking him up for visitation, skipping weeks when you didn't skip a week before when you had the relationship with Michelle.
And skipping the payments.
Skipping payments. Yeah. I'm going to withhold payments because I'm not going to send her no money when she's seeing another dude. So, I'm not going to get her hair done or nails done with my child support money because when she got the money.
Right.
But as long as she's not in a relationship with anybody, I'll pay my child support. I'll pick up my son. But because she's moved on, I'm going to make her suffer because I want her to feel my pain.
And you know what?
But the child is feeling the pain.
Absolutely.
That runs deep, but also with men who date women and say it's not their biological child, and so say the relationship ends. Now they also end the relationship with that child. That child still hurts too because now if you're attached to him,
that's good.
Right? They're attached to you. They love you. You were the male figure in their life. Now all of a sudden, because you and their mama broke up, now you stop being a part of that child's life, and so it does the same damage.
Yeah,
It's the same
and
damage.
that cycle, and that child grows up, that child can perpetuate that same cycle because this is what he saw done.
Yep,
Right.
absolutely.
Same cycle, man. I think a lot of times when I always tell people, listen, before you get in this relationship, make sure you're fully committed and the both of you know exactly what you're doing.
Gotcha.
Because if you walk away from this, somebody's going to get hurt, and it may be the children hurt more than the both of you.
Casualties of war.
That's it.
So sometimes we got to think about our kids whenever we're doing this and recognize abuse. The next form of abuse we're going to talk about, and you alluded to it, economic abuse. Economic abuse sometimes that you can be so insecure you prevent her from getting a job, making her ask for money, right? Giving her an allowance like she's a child, taking money from her, or not letting her have access to family income.
Wow.
And that one, and like I say, is big within certain households. Like I say, if I got control,
That's control again.
I'm looking for control. I control everything.
Absolutely.
I control. Listen, you go get this $40 hairdo. Well, babe, I want this. I want to go get me. This is $100. Nope. You go get this because I know it's gonna have you looking in a certain standard. If I upgrade,
I don't want you walking around looking like Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Because somebody else gonna be like, or Beyonce or whoever.
Yeah.
I don't want you looking, because if I see you look good, I know somebody else is gonna see you look good. So where you going, girl? You going to the grocery store? Why you looking like that to go to the grocery store? You going to work? You sure you going to work? Why you smell like that? Why you looking like that?
But listen to that statement though. How insecure do you have to be? Joker, she with you.
Right. With you.
We're in a relationship together.
Yeah.
She's with you.
Yeah.
So how insecure you have to be, and what is your mindset like?
It's the fear of losing because okay, I might be here making $40,000 a year.
Right.
I know Derek has come through. He's flashy athlete. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen Derek in the store 5 or 6 times. He ain't never looked at her. all of a sudden she done got this
Yeah.
different hairstyle, and Derek walked by.
She been working out.
Look, and Derek walked by and did a double take.
Yeah.
She may not have seen. She might not even thinking nothing about
Right.
Derek walking by because
Right.
they average. I see him all the time.
Right.
I just happen to see Derek.
Yeah. Yeah.
My insecurity of the fact that
That's good.
he's a $1 million athlete.
Right.
He might steal my girl.
So now I gotta make her suffer.
No.
For what somebody else did.
But somebody, right,
Oh,
right.
oh, wait, we get home now. I think you need to take them out. You know, it kind of bothers me when I sleep.
Wow.
So, like, man, I wrap my hair up.
Wow.
He's gonna find any excuse
That
to
don't
change
look.
that.
That don't look right.
Right.
That don't look right.
You know what? I'm with Terrence. You got to be one insecure person. Who? Well, I ain't gonna say who, but I like for my lady to look good. I don't care if she going to the grocery store. When she
That's
looking
reflected
nice,
on you.
right? She look good.
Look what
you know
I
what
got.
I'm saying? I'm like, woo! Look at that. Yeah. You know. So I can't understand why you wouldn't want your lady to look.
Because Denzel right there.
Like, listen, you have to think about it's the fear I'm gonna lose her to somebody else when she's all in with you.
Oh, yeah,
Now
that's
let's
good.
take it a step further because we was talking about economic abuse. So think about men who may say, yeah, she's walking around, she looking fine these days. I heard she's dating such and such. I ain't sending her no child support money because she's got enough money. Let that other dude. The other dude got money. The grandma has money. The grandma's a nurse, and so withholding my child abuse money is a part of economic abuse because I have some sort of feeling in myself that I'm not thinking about my kids. Also, if you are together, you're living or you're cohabiting or married, keeping her from access from family income for needs she may have. Now, I can go buy my Air Jordans. I can go buy my Pittsburgh Steelers hat. I can go to the games. I can get my cable sport package I pay for every month. And when she wants to get something, I don't think we need to have that. I don't see how much you pay for them shoes. Wait a minute, you paid $150 or $200 for the new LeBron James that came out. But she wants to buy her some $40 stilettos or $60. You limit what she can do with the family income, but you can splurge all you want. That's part of economic abuse.
And you know what? I think it goes back to the family structure and how you were raised. And me learning from my dad. My dad always had the concept: if my family look good and if my family is good, I'm okay. I'm happy. That's what makes me happy. So
People think chivalry is dead, right?
When my family is up here, I'm up here too.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so I've never heard my dad, say, well, no, you can't use this money for this, or I don't want you to look good, or don't wear that. Like, I've never heard.
It used to be the value of men when chivalry was manifested and it was live to make sure your family prosper even before you prosper. And because of that mindset, and you're absolutely right. My dad was the same way. I can look around like the shoes I got on. I probably had these shoes for the last 5-6 years, and they probably look like it.
We can tell.
But you put polish on.
But it look good, boss.
Yeah. But my kids, they got 5-6 pair of different shoes. Wife can go buy whatever. But because I think about them prospering more than myself. Now, I have a choice. I can go buy some, but it's just never on my mind. Oh, let me go shopping, this, that, and third. This sweater's probably about 3 years old. But because your mindset is thinking about the prosperity of your family, making sure that they have. And I can go back. Of course, it's not that I can't buy. It's just not forefront on my mind. But sometimes men they will focus on themselves more than they focus on their family. And so the family goes lacking because he wants to look good. He wants the compliment from women, but she can't get the compliment. Now, you ever seen men, they go to the gym, they're wearing the tank top, they're walking around buff.
Right.
But when the wife goes, she goes with her, let's say yoga pants, whatever.
And somebody
Where you going? Wait a minute, now, you got on this tight shirt, and you want to walk around. But when she goes to work out, you want to restrict her from going to the gym. You don't even get her a gym membership.
Wow.
Because of economic abuse. It is very important to spend quality time with your children. And we're going to show and demonstrate some things you can do with your children while you're at home with them. How you can just take a football or soccer ball and go outside and just kick the ball around and play with your kids. We're going to have some demonstration of that. But also it's very important for you to spend leisure time in the educational department of your children. It makes children feel so valued for a father to sit down and read books to your children, to talk to them and let them know that you are interested in them. So spending time with your children is very powerful. Join us as we go through these sessions to talk about spending time with your children, but also to demonstrate what that looks like.
Wow.
And I want to just back up to something you were saying about how the family looks. Some men will, because of that control factor, I will let my kids look a certain way, or they can look a certain way going out with me. My son can wear his Jordans if he's with me. You go out with mom, I don't want you to think this, or I'll make everybody look a certain way. Just to,
feel like I got power and control. Yeah. Everything has to go through me. What the child wears, what to do.
Like my daughter may not, you and your mama, y'all get the same hairstyle, and he's doing that to the kids to control her.
Control her.
Wow.
Or he drives the real nice car and she drives the little putt-putt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or men that get the haircut every week and get the beard done every week, but she can't go get her hair done. She can't get her nails done. Right. Yeah. So I can take care of my cosmetics, but it bothers me to spend money on hers. Wow. Let's go to the next one. Next one's called male privilege. Treating her like a servant, making all the big decisions, acting like the master of the castle, and being the one who defined men's and women's roles.
Wow. Let me ask you this, and I was thinking that on the last part, but it kind of led right into it. So do you think like some men, because they can't do it at their job? I'm not the man at my job. I'm gonna be the man at my home. At my job, I might be the bottom of the barrel.
That's good.
But when I get home,
I'm gonna huff and puff. I'm gonna stick my chest out
because I'm listening to people all day, and I want to be in control.
I want to rile back at them.
But since I can't,
I take it out on my wife.
When I get home.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's male privilege. That's male privilege. Treating her like a servant. Woman, go get this. Where my food? Didn't I tell you to do this? Why you always okay? So she run around and do these things because she want to minimize harm. The kids are listening. I don't care who listens. Slamming the doors. And so she tried to take the high road, but he's acting like the king of the castle, exerting his male privilege.
So could this result down to, first of all, knowing your purpose and humbling yourself? Because once you know your purpose, I don't have to be the king everywhere. I'm humble enough to know that I can, my silence is powerful. And my cooperation with my wife and my children, my family, that's powerful. That's more powerful than me being able to tell people, do this, or, listen to people yell out there telling me what to do and I got to feel a certain way to get back at them. Like, no, but I'm comfortable in these shoes. I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm man enough to be humble at home.
Well, it's going with the misinterpretation of what it is to be a man. Like the word husband. The word husband means to band around your family, create that level of protection, to band around your family. Now, goes into another word. Even in the faith community, I think one word gets misconstrued a whole lot. Even in faith community, we have to watch out. And some men may take it even outside the faith community, is the word submission.
I agree with that.
I want my woman to be in submission under me. Well, it's not a dirty word if it's taken its proper context. And I'm going to tell you why. All right. So the word sub means to come under.
That's good.
The word mission is to have a plan or something that you're trying to accomplish for the family. So the word submission means to come up under, to carry out a plan. That's real submission. So men, the word submission means to have a woman that help comes up under a mission. What up under that doesn't mean subservient. That means to help undergird and carry out a mission. But watch this. She can't come up under submission if there's no mission for her to come up under.
That's good.
That'll preach, right?
That's good.
She has to. That means you need to have a plan for your family. Without a vision, of people perish. Now, let me talk about that for a minute. A mission. Baby, this is what we want to have. We want to get this house. We want the picket fence. We want to send our kids to college. We want to create a business. That's a mission. So to submit means to come alongside and say, baby, I think that's good. You're trying to provide for us. So I'm going to work aside you. I'm going to come up under that mission you got and help you carry it out so we can get the house, so we can get the picket fence, so we can pay for college for our kids, so we can get out of debt. That is a mission. So the word submission doesn't mean I'm the man and you better bow.
Come on.
Yeah.
The true meaning of submission is come alongside me of this mission that I have planned for all of us and help me carry it out.
So just even put it in there where you were in terms of, yeah, I'm the man. I go out here and I make all this money. I might be a bad spender. And
I need you to help me out with this mission.
but here's this woman
Help
that
me
comes
budget.
along.
Yeah.
She's an accountant major.
Come on.
Business major.
To help me budget to help the mission.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm willing to do all this, but no, you go put my money where I tell you to put it. But baby, it may not be good over here. Well, I want to spend it on this car. Baby, you trying to start this over here, you know.
So you can compliment each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And but he can't get out of his mind, I made it. I can say what I want done. And this is the best person to come. So you might get rid of her. Now you guys, yeah, but we can go to the club and yeah, we go. And guess what? You broke in 5 years.
And she may be the one to help you get your credit together so you can apply for that SBA loan to get that loan to help complete the mission that you have for the family.
And you the one put it together. But if you have to be accepted of a strong person to come with you.
I see you nipping at the bit.
I am, because James used the word earlier. He said humility. If you have a mission, right, we all have blind spots.
That's right.
So
That's right.
if you got blind spots, you don't know what those blind spots are, and you can't show yourself up on those blind spots.
That's right.
I believe in scripture, wisdom is personified as her a lot, as a female aspect of it. Wisdom has been her perfect work. So if you don't allow her to share what she has, that wisdom about accounting, or well, baby, maybe we shouldn't do this now, we can do this later on. You shut that down. Guess what? You will never complete your mission.
Wow. And that's intellectual capital.
That's right, sir.
There's financial capital and then there's intellectual capital.
Yes, sir.
Because a wise man will listen and increase in learning, but a fool will despise instruction.
Come on.
You're absolutely right.
Yes, sir.
So really you are manipulating, if you're using male privilege to dominate her instead of inspiring her, instead of building her up, you know, you can destroy it. Now, let's take the flip side of it. So let's say you have a woman that is wrestling with insecurities because her father wasn't in her life. So she has a destructive mindset sometimes. So there's another saying in the scripture in text that it talks about women that an unwise woman would tear down her own house with her own hands. So even if a woman is wrestling with insecurity, if you're tearing that man down, he can't create the mission, or he don't have the wherewithal, or he don't have the emotional stamina to be able to build up and provide for his family. So both parties, both parties have to make sure that they have the right mindset.
That's good.
So, and just to kind of throw something with that, it goes back to what we talked about earlier. Sometimes a woman can make more money, but the vision still comes from the man.
That's right.
But a lot of women may not be able to accept their man because society is teaching us, well, he ain't making this.
Be independent.
You know, because we're coming out of that age of the independent woman. And, 20, I can do bad by myself. You don't find a man with a vision, you gonna do good by yourself.
Or it could be a woman with a vision.
Right.
And it can still be the mission. Like the woman can have the vision, and you can go along with the mission she has that benefits the whole family. It does not make you less than a man.
That's good.
If you have a woman that's smarter, or have more financial capital, or have more intellectual capital, that's a plus. That means you are, if we're one, you just made me stronger.
Come on, that's good.
Teammates.
I think that's good, because if the woman if she's successful like that, she will want her man to come up to that level anyway.
That's right.
But she wants to build him up.
Like
that Proverbs 31 type woman.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
As long as I'm on the team and we win the championship, I still get a ring.
We both get around. I like that. I like that.
What's the kicker for the Patriots one? Vinatieri?
Yeah.
Who was the holder?
Yeah.
You got a ring too.
That's right.
So the next one.
Hold me down.
Moving on to the next form of domestic violence. It's called coercion and threats. Making threats to her. And I'm going to say something about making threats. when you get mad, you text a threat, or you inbox her a threat, or calling her out on Facebook in front of everybody.
Wow.
Making threats and coercion, threatening to leave her. Or some men will go far as this: girl, if you do that, I'm gonna kill myself. Threatening to commit suicide. Also, telling her, well, if you leave me, or we break up, I'm gonna call the welfare service. I'm gonna call the Department of Social Services, and I'm gonna report you. I'm gonna say you ain't doing nothing for your kids. I'm gonna say that you're unfit. Also, if you are the perpetrator of domestic violence, you better drop the charges.
Yep.
Coercion and making threats is part of domestic violence. Yeah.
Wow. And you know, I'll say this. Sometimes we got to be smart enough to know there's certain things we don't do. Because, fellas, y'all hear me, there's some women, once you make that initial threat, they gone. And you can say, I'm sorry, a million times, they ain't coming back.
That's right.
Because they strong enough and smart enough to know that, look, I'm not going to play this game. You ain't going to embarrass me.
That's right.
You know, I'm
That's
gone
right.
anyway.
That's right.
So sometimes you got to be smart enough to humble yourself.
That's right.
And just say, you know what, I'm upset, but I'm going to fall back for a minute.
It does not make you less powerful.
Right.
But you know, even part of that is small threats along the way. And seeing how they affect. Girl, you got again, you know, man, I might leave, or I'll take this from you. And she
Or I'm going to take my kids.
Yeah, and it bought, you know, just something small. And some people are smart enough to, let me fire something to see how it works.
Yeah.
And then it starts escalating.
Right.
To, you
Or
know.
I'm going to fight your parents, or I'm going to...
Yeah.
And I've seen some men actually threaten to... She may have a dog. I'm going to kill your dog. I'm gonna threatening to having those coercion threats.
Childish.
It's forms of domestic violence. All right. So moving on to the next one, the last one is intimidation. Making her feel intimidated with looks and gestures.
Wow.
Giving her certain looks, you know, or gestures, or a woman says something that you don't like. Now you around there playing with your gun. Just kind of possibilities. Loading up the gun and looking up at her and shaking your head and saying different things. Using intimidation. Smashing things.
Breaking stuff.
Taking tables and throwing them. You know, abusing pets, displaying weapons. Intimidation. That is a form of domestic violence.
And I'll say
Making
this,
a fear for her life.
and I need all the men to hear me. We in a new day and age. It's 2020. Females will match your energy these days, okay? So they will match your energy, all right? So you can be trying to use an intimidation tactic if you want.
And it backfired, huh?
And it backfire.
Or destroying her property.
Wow.
Going around there breaking up her stuff, tearing up her dresses,
Oh, wow.
getting her cell phone and smashing
the
it.
cell phone.
There's so many people have got their cell phone smashed or just doing something, using some form of intimidation to let her know, you don't mess with me, girl, you don't know me. You know, my dad used to say, you know, this, that, and third, or you don't know me. What, I'll do this, blah, 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 blah. Using intimidation. Your kids are watching.
That's right.
And what your kids don't physically see, they hear about.
That's right.
And here's one.
So never give your children new demons to fight.
Here's a flip to it, which is it happens in certain instances, I think, that we hate to hear about. A guy may physically abuse the kids before he gets to the woman.
Wow. Take it out on the children.
You know,
Which is not good.
I'm being more, you know, something my child might have done is minor. Right. You know, I'm doing more than, you know, hey, it might have should have been a pop on the hand to you pulling out the belt, and then it's like, mess around, you do it, you get the same thing. Right. And that's one of our sad realities that we have and we see. But
in society, it's and that's why I think it's very important for people to come and be a part of our agency, because we're able to teach pro-social behavior, teach men what is acceptable, what's non-acceptable, teaching them how to model that behavior to their kids. Because if you have learned these behaviors, then you have this irrational framework of this pathology that's residing in your spirit, and you begin to act this out as though this is your norm. So one of the things we want to encourage men to do, if you feel, to the point that you about to lose it, because going back to hot buttons, you need to recognize your hot buttons. What is your hot buttons? When you start feeling anxious, do you breathe hard? Do your hands start shaking? Some people may get an eye twitch, or some you find yourself pacing, or you find yourself, recognize what your hot spots are, so you know how to walk away, how to take time out, go walk, find out what your coping mechanism, how to breathe. Some people say count to 10, and say 1 Mississippi or something in between. Bring yourself down, de-escalate.
That's good.
Call us so we can,
Give us a call.
Yeah, so we can de-escalate. So that way we can minimize the frequency of domestic violence and try to eliminate it. Because when you are abusive to your girlfriend, your non-custodial, or to your wife, it affects your kids. And so we're going to close this segment out. And follow us on Facebook, Man to Man.
Man to Man Fatherhood Initiative on Facebook.
Also, you can call us if you want to enroll as well, 843-479-4177, or hit us on Facebook. But men, it's about showing your children what a man is and what behaviors are acceptable and what behaviors are non-acceptable, because what we want to do is eliminate deviant behavior. Thank you.
More love, less hate.
All right.
Exactly.
If you enjoyed those sessions, feel free to give us a call to the number listed. You have our website. Call us, because we are ready to serve. We realize this, that building families is very important, because family is the bedrock of society. When you build families, one family will affect a community. A community will affect the town. The town will affect the city, and the city will affect the nation. So we have to realize family embraces everything that we want to be. We want to be sustainable, we want to be secure, and we want to be strong. So help us build families one father at a time.